Hey traders, this is Christian from Hertz Tribeca Trade Group with a trade idea video for today. And a lot of decent signals that we saw today, but some of them you have to weed through. There are a lot of names that are reporting in the next couple of weeks, so really not looking for any swing trades right now and names that are reporting earnings in the next couple of weeks. But this is one that I've had my eye on for a long time. This is Vail Resorts, ticker symbol MTN. And we very rarely see call activity in this name. And I'm not sure if this they just came out with earnings, or excuse me, if they just came out with options, or if we just don't really see options at all trade in this name. Somebody was saying in the trading room today that they thought that they just started listing them, so that could very well be. But regardless, this is not a name that we see much call activity in at all. And the other thing to note here is we very rarely see a dip in this name in Vail Resorts. If you look at the long-term chart, you should back this up to a 5-year chart. This thing has just been a monster, and what a nice trend it is. So we don't have a dip all the way to the 200-day moving average. I don't think we're going to get that here, but we do have support at the 100-day moving average. It is this would be a great name to kind of put like in your trend trading portfolio, which I have in cash. However, it's a $219 stock, so it's expensive. So rather than do that way, what I would look to do in this name is use options to get into this stock, considering what the price of it is. So hey, we've got nice support. We got the 100-day moving average. There was the only negative that I could think here in this name is there was a recent insider sale. I think the CEO sold some shares, but I don't think it was a huge cut in their stake or anything like that. But what I did was I at this point I really don't want November exposure. After this Friday, it's going to be. It's going to be November is going to be front month, right? So I really don't like swing trades in names that are basically front month options. So as always, what I'm looking for a lot of times on the tape is for call activity, aggressive call buying. But I don't necessarily always have to buy the exact strike that they did, because I just think the theta decay on November is a little bit too much. So what I did in MTN is I went ahead and I went out a little bit further. I went out to the January, and I went out to the January 230s, 240s. So if we just look at my Thinkorswim chart, because I've got all my indicators on here. The other thing to notice is that we are underneath the 50-day moving average. We have not had an MACD crossover, so this is a little bit preemptive. And I would say that 100-day moving average is a great place to have a stop here. But what I basically did was go out to a little bit further, and I went out to January. So I went out to the January 230, 240 call spread. Where does that line up on the charts? It basically gets us back, almost back up to just a little bit under the 52-week high. So the price of those, are cheap. It's a $10 wide call spread. Not exactly cheap, but you're paying about $2.30 for those. So I like that ratio. We are going to need a nice recovery, but we're giving it plenty of time. So what I'm looking for is I'm buying the dip in this name and something that's in a really nice uptrend. But we've got a chance here down to the 100-day moving average, and then in the next few months, going out to January, going out to ski season, I'm looking to see this name take out the 52-week high. So there you go. There's my trade. Again, it's the January 230, 240 call spread, rather than purchase the November calls, which we saw the aggressive option activity in today. And I got into that trade today for 230. Again, the bail point would be the 100-day moving average, which would be right here. And that's close. It's nice to have the stop close, because below that, you got the 200-day moving average, which is way below that. Next area of support, may be down here, but I don't really want to sit with this trade if it does break that 100-day moving average. All right, thank you for watching the video, and have a great night.